Hello, it is nice to meet you on a new asynchronous session. Today we are going to cover uh, managing international business meetings. You can find the required documents in Even Terms, Unit 7, Work and Industry, and then get inside to the folder Managing International Business Meeting, the purple one. Okay, and let's start with a quiz. You see there's a quiz, and here just click on it. I have already enabled submissions. You may start your new attempt and you will see the examples, the example statements, and including basic vocabulary, basic contextual vocabulary, and written in bold, the approach, challenge, and concept, and conclude, and so on. And you will have 10 questions in total and multiple choices. And please take a quick look and at the example statements. You can pause the video here. And then you can continue with providing your answers regarding the equivalence, the meanings of the contextual vocabulary. Okay. And now let's continue with the handout. And the first part is about skills focus and using symbols and abbreviations. And you should know that this part is of pivotal significance because while listening, you need to act in a limited time period. And so you need to be faster while note taking. And you may benefit from these symbols. And to help you understand better, I will I would like to show you this document and the shorthand. You see some symbols and uh, their meaning. You see here, this symbol means ants, and the arrow pointing up means to increase, and the opposite of it means to decrease. And this arrow pointing to the right side means causes and results in, and you meet equals, not equal, etc. You may take a close look. And here, let's say maybe while listening, you may say, for example, and eating much causes obesity. So instead of causes or results in or leads to, you may use this symbol. Okay, and for ants, you see, and for numbers, for example, to book, you may write in shorthand, and it means number to book, because this symbol means a number of. Okay, and it means money and not equal, to decrease, to increase, and to cause, to lead to. And here this part is required, and this part requires your listening. uh, yes, but here you don't need to listen actually, because the answers and have already been provided. And just let's yes, you may pause the video here and give yourself some time and to use symbols that you have learned here, that you see here, and instead of results in and goes down and money. You see, while listening, you will hear planning media results in better meeting. So for results in, you may use this arrow here. Okay, You may just and here and just okay. And okay, just this is a picture, and this set this part and is set in the format of picture. So I can't change the text, but you may just add this arrow here because it means this symbol means results in. And LCD and for and you can use this symbol, and again microphone and speakers. And you see, if listeners don't hear or can hear, and interest goes down, so it should be this arrow instead of goes down. For ants, again this symbol. And wasted time, if listeners can hear, the time wasted goes up, so it should be this arrow. And wasted time and is the opposite of making money. So the opposite of means not equals. So here for opposite of, you can use this symbol. And making money, so for money you may use and this symbol. Okay, so good media means better meeting, and you can use this symbol in place of means. Okay, and please try to learn and make yourself familiar with these symbols along with their meanings. Okay, now I will let you watch the lecture and complete the notes using this form. You see, challenge of leading a or and what. And you need, and you know that challenge is something that needs a lot of skills and determination and energy. So you will, and you are required to put two challenges. And the bottom line, and you see, bottom line is the most significant part of something. And again you see not three challenges of leading, and you will find out, and you are required to find out uh, what the text is about. You see, challenge of what, leading what you need to learn. And then while listening again you may or you can take your notes about three responsibilities of a meeting manager. Okay, what is the best way to manage time, and why is it difficult to manage time, and what do low context communicators want to do when a meeting starts. So communicators, and you see, are segregated into two: low context and high context. And what makes difference between them? What do they want to do when a meeting starts? How does the lecturer define dynamics? Okay, you need to find a definition of dynamics. What is the best seating plan? Okay, and what are 5 meeting resources that should be made available? Okay, first, try to put down as many details as possible regarding challenge of leading and what. Just you need to put a title first, and then just keep these tasks in mind while listening because you need every details. Okay.
How many of you have ever organized a group of people, say, like a study group or an English club, or even a party? Not easy, right? Lots of variables, huh? Well, today we're going to examine the 3 main challenges of leading an international business meeting. And they are: 1, managing time; 2, managing people; and 3, managing resources. Let's start with the most basic one: time. In business, there's the expression, time is money. Has everyone heard that before? Time is money? Well, we can apply this idea to our discussion about business meetings. Every minute spent in a meeting needs to be used well. As the American car maker Henry Ford said, "It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste." He means time is valuable. If we want to make progress, we have to use it well. As the meeting manager, you can manage time by following one simple rule: create an agenda and stick to it. It sounds easy, huh? Well, no. When working with an international mix of people, this isn't easy. Americans, for example, are known for being prompt. Other cultures, Southern Europeans and Latin Americans, for example, have a less formal approach to time. It's your responsibility as meeting manager to make the rules. For example, if someone is talking on and on and on, you've got to bring the group back to the agenda. I call this staying on task. By managing the clock throughout the meeting, you'll show everyone that you respect their time. Okay, next let's look at the people aspect of running an international meeting. Does everyone remember the concepts of high and low context communication? Good. Well, as a meeting manager, it's very important that you recognize who among the meeting participants are high context communicators and who are low context communicators. Why? Because on the one hand, you're going to have some members, say your North American business people, wanting to get straight to work the minute the meeting starts. Their laptops or whatever are out, and they're ready to talk business. On the other hand, other members, say your South American and Vietnamese or Thai business people, may want to spend a little time getting to know each other first. You know, sipping their coffee and chit-chatting and making small talk. Both approaches are fine. It's up to you to manage these differences. How? Well, let's look for the answer in another challenge of managing people. This challenge relates to managing dynamics. That's DYNAMICS. This is the energy created when people interact. We can start with seating. You want to arrange the room in a way that maximizes the energy, maximizes discussion. This may mean you divide friends and put strangers together. Round tables are good for improving eye contact and for discussion. However, be careful how many people you put in an area. Different cultures like different amounts of personal space. For example, most Americans like about 18 inches of space around them. Any closer and they're likely to move back away from the group. Not productive. So returning to our high-low context example, can you see a solution? Maybe you seat your participants around the table with plenty of space, mixing the high and low context communicators and mixing the personalities to balance the group energy. The bottom line about managing people is you've got to first understand the cultural differences. As they say in the business world, know your customer. Then balance those dynamics. Last note on this one, if you want to take it a step further, educate your participants at the very start of the meeting with a quick icebreaker or warm-up activity that reminds everyone to respect each other's cultures. All right, our last challenge is managing meeting resources. Gee, how many of us have been in a meeting where the presenter's microphone sounds like a 1930s radio broadcast, right? Or the projector is so far from the screen that you can barely read the slides? It's your responsibility to provide the resources and support that will make the meeting successful. Like what? Well, you should have an LCD projector and a laptop with all the usual business software. You'll also need a microphone and a media system that works. And don't forget the value of an old-fashioned flip chart or a dry erase board and markers. And if you're organizing a virtual meeting, you'll need teleconferencing or video conferencing technology. And finally, super important note here, test out everything yourself before the meeting to be sure everything is a go. Now remember that some participants may not have used newer technologies before. And that's where the support comes in. You need a techie who can fix anything that goes wrong. Never be afraid to ask for help. Let me conclude with this. Meet the challenges of managing time, people, and technology, and you'll be rewarded with a successful international business meeting. And success, as they say in business, is the bottom line.
Okay, and let's see the challenges of leading. And you should understand that leading an international business meeting, and you see, you need to catch three challenges. First one should be time, managing time, and the second challenge is managing people, and the third one is managing resources. And the bottom line, you see, from the conclusion of the tape script is success. Okay, now let's go into details with the help of tape script. Okay, the first three responsibilities of a meeting manager. Here you see three responsibilities because you do examine the three main challenges of leading an international business meeting, and one, managing time, two, managing people, and three, managing resources. Okay, so three responsibilities you may put here. What is the best way to manage time? Okay, here, and managing time, you see, best way is creating an agenda and stick to it. You see, creating an agenda, creating a to-do list, and then stick to it to act, and you see, according to the topics. Okay, and here you may, okay, and why is it difficult to manage time? Why is it difficult? And because there's a difference between the characteristics of people. You see, like Americans, you need to know the cultural differences. I mean, North American business people, you see, wanted to get straight to work the minute the meeting starts, and they laptops or other sources are ready, and they are ready to talk business. So here, why is it difficult to manage time? And we may say because uh, the the difference between low context and the high context communicators. Okay, you need to recognize who and your target audience is. Okay, and what the low context communicators want to do when a meeting starts. Here, and you see low context communicators, and they here they are ready to talk business, and the minute the meeting starts, and they are ready. And for high context communicators, you see, and they may want to spend a little time getting to know each other first, and sipping coffee and chit chatting and making small talk. So people from high context communication and may want to spend more time to know the participants in a close manner. But low context communicators, and they are ready, and they have already readied their resources for the meeting. So once the meeting starts, and they also get ready to talk business. Okay. And what does the lecture define, or how does the lecture define dynamics? Here, you see dynamics, and the definition of it, the energy created when people interact. Okay, you may want to, you may go into details for dynamics, you may say, makes the arranging room and dividing friends and making people sit, making people belonging to different, let's say, communicators together for creating a round table to improve eye contact for discussion. Okay, you may provide these details. Okay, what is the best seating plan? And best seating plan here, and you see, uh, putting strangers and divide friends and put strangers together, maybe round tables should be the best option to, and here you see, best for best action for a seating plan. And okay, and again, you should be careful how many people you put in an area, and you see some amounts of personal space, because different cultures like different amounts of personal space. For low context communicators, like about this inch, and any closer, they are really to move back away from the other group, so it should be non-productive. Okay, so round table is the best seating plan. And what are 5 meeting resources? They should be available. 5 meeting resources, and here the LCD projector, a laptop, and a microphone, a media system, an old-fashioned flip chart, or a dry erase board and markers. Okay, and you should you should just put here the names of resources. Okay, and now this is the end of the session. See you on a new one.